Hey everybody, Omega Alden plays Civilization 6 Gathering Storm continues with our Mansa Musa of Mali 10,000 gold per turn challenge game. We are in a fresh turn, so we've actually got some money. Let's go ahead and make use of Reina being over here in Boston. We'll get a Seguba down. Do I want to place it? So if we put a Seguba here, then there's potential to put, a holy site down there at some point. So I'm going to just toss it up on the north side. Kind of thinking a little long term on that one. I don't know if we'll get either of these cities up to size 7. Boston has a chance, I suppose, but I wouldn't be surprised if that does not happen. Let's get Boston some buildings. They need a shipyard. And then Reina should move maybe to... Baltimore could be a good one. New York already has these, but they could get another, perhaps like holy site or something. I think going and trying to maximize the size 4 ones that are about to pop is probably the best. So let me... the other thing is maybe just getting one of them that's really low still. You need some help over here, my friend Kiri. We need to do something about you. All right, so let's move Reina to Baltimore. We should try to speed up their growth a little bit so that she's not chilling for a few turns, but it's not the end of the world if she is. Just not the most efficient thing. So can we get them going a little faster? Well, that's perfect. Just buy a granary. Everything works out. We'll get your monument as well, Baltimore. All right, so they're ready, and she'll be able to just buy both of those. Some of you ask why I have them building like legit stuff when I'm planning on at some point just buying it anyway. It's just out of laziness. If I leave it, long enough. Since we're buying pretty much everything ultimately, not a lot of stuff gets hard built. I just find it easier to select things that I want to make anyway in case... sometimes they make it fast. Sometimes they make it within like 10 turns, and that's not so bad. Oh, we have room for traders. Let me hook up... I'd like to hook you up with a trader, because you could get to size 4. Do we have any more trader potential? We do not. Okay. But here, we could hook up LA with like a granary. Chicago, you got your granary and stuff last turn, didn't you? Or at least recently. So, we'll get you some proper things going on. Military engineer, let's go ahead and finish this this thing up. All these flood barriers. And you will work on a shrine. We might get you to size 10, and we should if we can. So that'll speed it up a little bit. Because once it gets to size 10, all the things go up by, like, all the commercial hub buildings go up by 50%. Which is useful. I know it's only got 1 turn over here, but let's go ahead and knock it out anyway. These things have been building flood barriers for too long. You've got... buildings in your Seguba that we can do, and then finally we could actually work on your holy site, which if we can get this done faster than the 24, it would be nice than the 24 turns it's saying. But the only way we could really make it faster is by, I guess, prioritizing production doesn't help, so it'd be either lumber milling this. You don't even own this tile. Perhaps we give you that tile and then see if it makes any sort of difference on your timeline. Nah. It only made 1 turn difference, and it's not really going to count for much. You have access to a market. I assume, yeah, this will give us a trade route as well. So let me go back to... I'd like to get this thing done faster. and maybe get them to size 10 as well. So let's get a trader there. So we're spreading our traders out a little bit. I think we've got so many of them in our desert city that they're kind of underperforming because they're just running out of targets. So, not saying what they're doing is bad or anything like that. I'm just saying could be a little better. So one thing I'm not sure about, by the way, there were probably messages at some point on the right that I dismissed or clicked and whatever, but I don't know how to tell if there's a way from our interface to tell if somebody's been spying on us. We've got some spies caught here for sure, and then we have like the Mapuche with a ton of gold, so they'd be a likely candidate for people spying on us, but I don't really know. Let me go ahead and cover your Seguba, which covers this Seguba as well. Just trying to cover some of our commercial hubs, essentially. And our capital can do that by going to, I think the capital's holy site will cover, yeah, we'll cover 3 of these. I messed this up and clicked the Seguba before, and that just doesn't cover as much useful stuff for them. Campuses get plus 10 tourism. Not very useful for us. But what are you going to do? And then there's the industrial zone version. Also not useful for us, but it's what the game has decided to bestow upon us. This is what we get for getting 1 billion commercial great person points. I'm going to have you work on a trader. What else is going on? Today was the first day of the new year back at work for me. It went fine. Half the office isn't there right now, which is to be expected. If I had a bunch of time off still, I probably would have taken today and tomorrow being, you know, the Friday after New Year's off. I would have done the same thing. I think it's a fair use of time off. You get basically, you know, an extra full week off, which is nice, just by taking the 2 days. I was taking him down to meet up with other friends to connect these cities specifically. So I'm going to continue to do that. I think you, yeah, we were farming with you. We wanted to make sure that Segu gets up to size 10, and they're going to get there pretty obviously. Okay. So yeah, we've got our traders split up a little bit. At some point it might make sense to consolidate them all, but I think, yeah, because these are definitely better than the one we just sent out, so I should only send traders to places if it's gonna get us like some or to other places if it's gonna get us some real gains. And I think, you know, getting people to other district thresholds and whatnot is a legit reason to do so. But I shouldn't just be sending them to any old place right now. And what we are doing with these builders is just maximizing all the tiles for Diera and other stuff. But we should do Diera first because they have the most available potential. They can make use of every tile that's in their area pretty much, I think, so. Let me go ahead and snag this aluminum tile before Preslov tries to get it. What else did somebody recommended maybe buying some more of these tiles around this city to see if we can smother it a little bit, basically. Cut its resources. I think that's a decent idea, but I'm not too concerned with it. Slightly upset that they exist, but I kind of got over it. I'm just having a chill day right now. Obviously, we're at war with the Maori right now, But other than that, we're trying to just trying to be a little zen. Keep it calm and keep it under control. Even in the war, you keep it calm and you keep it under control. You don't go rogue out here. You don't go renegade. You keep everything calm, cool, collected. You make sure you don't make any just obviously stupid mistakes. And you bring home everybody alive. Easy peasy. So they say. I don't know who actually says that. I said it right now. It's they being me. In this case. We got our uranium. We got a little lumber mill action. You're only size 1 anyway, so what we do here does not matter much. It matters a little. Doesn't matter much. We found another city to trade with. It looks like maybe we can find... this is probably not... There's probably not another city up there. Now that I look at it a little closely. A little more closely. There's so many barbarians down here. It's an actual menace. It's crazy. You're size 10, everything's cool from that perspective, so let's just see about getting your shopping mall a little quicker. You have 1 charge remaining? I mean, there's a couple nice spots down here where you could make use of your talents. So, I'm gonna have you head down here covered by a helicopter friend. He will keep you safe and secure. No questions asked. So we're up to about 7,000 gold per turn. Which, you know, obviously we've been higher than that, but that was when we had reformed the coinage. Stop spawning barbarians, please.
If you go
I request that you spawn these boys a little slower. I'm gonna take the ranged guy out once again, and then I'm going in for the camp. I assume those of you that have, like, an office life like I do, you had maybe a similar day today, but who knows? You might be up to more important things than me. I wouldn't be surprised. We have 5,000 gold right now. Are we getting anything? Any alerts on here about people siphoning our money? No. So there's got to be something. I looked at like the gossip thing, where I was like, hey, maybe it's in here. It did not appear to be in the gossip filter. Unless I was blind. Here, let me show you it just so you can be like, Alden, why don't you see this? So I went up here and I checked and I was like, well, maybe it's under diplomacy. Doesn't appear to be in there. I checked. I didn't check anything else really. I looked at culture just to see what that was, and that's about people completing things. So I don't know, the gossip thing. I expected maybe some spy activity to be in there. Not the case. Not from what I saw. Which is fine. Not the end of the world. Hey, let's go buy those tiles. Let's just at least enact maybe some of the part of this play. I like the concept of the squeeze. We put the squeeze on them. It also gives, like, our friend LA here, you know, a little more to work with potentially. And yeah, it's expensive. Sure. But this is what they get for settling in my turf. Obviously, this Hat USA island is my turf. If you can't see that, you're blind. I encompass like 90% of the territory that's up there. This is our island. Like from Braveheart, the guy from Ireland, he's like, yeah, it's my island. Exactly. That's the same deal here. Does a shopping mall help? Helps a little. It wasn't anything super great. I feel like let's just get some barbarians, some builders going in this region. Because there are plenty of tiles to upgrade around our newfound Korean expansion. And, you know, that's cool. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Jenny, you were working towards a stadium because I was thinking about getting you this this custom stadium that you can brag about at some point. So let's continue to do that. You have room for another district, but we got your holy site and we got your Suguba. We can't get you a harbor. So like the next most appropriate thing, you could have a nice campus, but obviously that's kind of dumb. Also with all these mountains, you could do some other interesting things here if you so desired. There's a +5 over there next to a volcano. That's nice and safe. Let's put a little industrial zone down here. It'll take some time for them to work on, but that's okay. Alright, you built passage here. Hey, if we mountain pass this, if we mountain tunnel this, can we go through the volcano to get up here? That's my question to you, the game. We'll be able to see next turn, I think. Alright, you can buy your bank. And let's buy your stock exchange, because you have power. If you have power, you should definitely have a stock exchange. You get the maximum benefit out of it. Oh, my tummy just made... I don't know if that picked up on the thing, but that was my stomach was like... I don't know why. I fed you, stomach. Everything's cool, brother. You have no reason to be making noises. Okay, I'm gonna send this trade route back to our desert location to get a little more benefit out of it. Now, even without running like bread and circuses, both of these cities are having problems right now, which is incredible. I don't know if we'll be able to make a ton of use out of that or not. We would need to send our military, but our military is currently, it's occupied. Occupado. They're dealing with these fine cities. These are large boys. They will be good additions into the empire. Let's see. Do we want more food in the mix, or do we want maybe some power in the mix? I don't know. Well, this is an obvious one. We can go mine this. Mines are great. No doubt about it. So, Preslov, how many envoys do we need for you? We need 7 envoys right now. That's too many. We don't have that. We don't have those capabilities. That's the unfortunate truth. Oh, that's broken. We need to fix that. These are all broken. Hold on. We need to fix your get up here. You get up and you set up. I will fix your shrine. It's not too important, but we might as well take the opportunity to do so. So we're adding power to places. I don't... The nice part about it, the reason that I'm doing it is just because it adds 1 gold to the tile. So if you can put something on a hill, it should be a mine, because that's the most gold per turn. Otherwise, try to put some of those boys down if the city size is okay. If not, you know, farms are acceptable. I don't ever see the reason necessarily to put down a windmill. We have 1 more military engineer charge. Boston's doing their thing. I think we have people going to Boston too, so Boston's fine. Let's go to LA. LA needs some support from us right now. Alright, so these cities should be able to get a little bit further along. One of them will get to size 10, one of them will get to size 4, and everything will be cool. Hopefully this boosts us to size 10, and that they don't actually lose population. We'll see what happens there. Right? Whenever you chop, the numbers are always skewed, so it's hard to tell what reality is. I guess I'll have you work on a building, and then we'll just see what... We'll have to look next turn to see what your actual life is like there. Okay, you're my fast boy. Let me go neutralize this governor. We're just causing them problems. If they could just all lose control, everything would be beautiful. I want you to... I don't know what I want you to do. Just chill for now, because we need you to move down, but I don't want the barbarian to capture you. Alright, nothing to see here. There's basically nothing in this area to be seen, so... Let me bring him down to... Hold on, I want to go over and bring him down to, like, Pedro sucks. Where we might gather some forces. Our friend has arrived in Boston. Oh! So little effect on that charge. Absolutely dreadful. These turns definitely take quite a while with how many things we have to manage at the moment. Not getting through a ton of turns in the time. I'd like to speed it up a little bit, but we're still chasing that goal, and it's hard to get there. You can't be too lazy with it, really, is the thing, I think. So we have to... Oh, good. They've nearly got this handled. We have to, you know, spend our turns a little bit intelligently. I can't just do this thing when, like, you know, turns need to go by where I just shift end turn it. It's not a good idea. We actually have to get these guys to pay attention. Alright, so you got a bank. I will have you work on a stock exchange. Hopefully, I mean, that one's short enough that hopefully you just build it without me coming around here and then buying it, but the possibility always exists for that to occur, obviously. I'm not beyond that. Okay, I don't want these guys to attack, but I do want them to be up next to it, because as you can see, the Zulu have, like, units almost completely in every tile there. A military engineer. They're gonna rebel soon, so we might be able to get in here and put down some more railroads in our path. Oh, we have lost. Oh, it's probably from Sibby. Sibby, come on now. Grants a promotion. You're not very useful to us right now. Just chill out. Everything will be cool. Cleveland, do you have all your buildings? And also, I just noticed at the top we have to deal with our alliances, and we are gonna re-up our alliances because we need to continue to hold our all the bonuses, basically. At some point, we're gonna obviously break the alliances, but that's gonna be after we hit the 10,000 gold per turn marker, when we've completed the challenge. Then it's time to bring the world down using giant death robots. Okay, so you need to guard. I guess your Succuba's fine, but you killed a spy or something? What happened here? A spy from the Zulu Empire was killed trying to siphon. An enemy spy from an unknown civ has eluded capture and escaped Diera. Okay, so we definitely are getting hits here, so that's good news. We're in the right spot for at least one of our friends. I figured having one over here was definitely, you know, a reasonable play. I didn't think that one was going to be surprising to anybody. Be like, oh, they're stealing from our highest gold production city. It's a shock, I know. No, it's not at all a shock. But it is what it is. We can upgrade this tile. We've almost got all of their tiles upgraded. There's like 2 more maybe. These 2. And then perhaps this tile. So 3 tiles. Everything will be cool. I will... Do we want to chop this? No, we should get you some more food. You have some problems down here. I went a little crazy with just dropping solar power down for you when you did not need that. That's my bad. That's you know, we had the mandate of solar power elsewhere, and we thought we could apply that across the kingdom. Turns out not to be the case. Turns out every problem has potentially a different solution depending on where the problem occurs. What may work for Diera does not work for Buffalo or Detroit. But now we've learned. I thought I told you. Did I tell a different guy to go to Pedro Sucks, or did you just end your pathing there for some reason? Because I accept either answer. I have to say. I find it acceptable either way. I really wish I could move my guy into your territory, sir. I feel like both of us would benefit from this. You would have infrastructure, and I would have better trade routes. It's win-win. And you're denying me that for some reason. Alright, Boston, you're coming along. Let's get your seaport, and I guess I'll buy your stock exchange. And then I think there was like a seaport or something needed in one of these cities. A shipyard even. They're behind the times over here. Let's get your... Oh, and we actually have them now at 10 and growing in food, which is good. We can get them a little more by just buying this tile. Perhaps. I don't actually know how much of an impact that is. But Karina, you know, they're doing all right. They need the stock exchange. They could use that dam. Somebody down here needs power. We don't have a power plant in this region. We definitely have industrial zones though, right? Somewhere near here. What is this? This is an industrial zone. Timbuktu, maybe you could provide some power for us. Let me go back and look at that next turn. We might buy that.
I'm a big laser believer.
We got some coastal flooding. Arawan, you need assistance in the form of, hold on, let me buy these. Because Arawan needs some help. So these need to go to Arawan. And then Timbuktu. You don't have an industrial zone? This belongs to Walata. I do think that they're in range over here, so let me get your buildings going for this. And then What resource do we want to go with? Uranium is a big no-no for me. Let's do oil. And I would say purchase the oil. I didn't mean to mess with you there. So that should give us power in this region, right? Because it's close enough to all these cities, hopefully. If it doesn't, we gotta figure something else out, but I think it's fine. And then you need power, so let's work on an oil power plant. All of these need some assistance there, so that's good. Get your market. That'll fix the trade route we lost. Or at least restore the trade route we lost. Let's buy a bank and then use the money on a stock exchange. How are you looking over here? You're nearly size 10. You've been working on that flood barrier. We gotta give you guys a little incentive to do better with a little stock exchange in your area. I don't know how that's incentive, but it gets the people out there. It motivates them. I don't ask questions, man. I just buy the buildings. That's all I'm here for. Building fodder. Alright, sorry trader. Your turn is not now to do anything. You need to continue counter-spying. Yeah, the commercial hub gets you the most bang for the buck. Because it covers those 3 tiles. One more tile. And then everything is maximized for you, right? Manage citizens. You still have room to grow, man. You've got opportunities here. Let me put these guys in the Seguba, and then everything else, you know, whatever you can deal with it as you see fit. Let's make sure that this tile isn't like owned by Diera. You got Diera's just going crazy with tiles again. We've seen this before elsewhere. Diera. Hey, let me give this one to Sibby. You're trying to own this tile? No, this belongs to Sibby. And then I don't really mind who owns this, but you guys are very greedy with your tiles. That's fine. It's all within range of them. I just wanted to make sure that stuff was not being definitely wasted. Oh wait, we wanted to see if that mountain tunnel. It does work. It does go through the volcano. Okay. Amazing. Alright. You guys are about to pop 2 turns on this friend. I don't know what this military engineer needs to be up to, but he's just building railroads. He spends his days and nights dreaming of railroads. I guess he could go help with Arawan. He only has 1 charge, but that's fine. Dude! Just cut the crap, alright? I need you to just go and calm yourself. I would prefer you to get the T, maybe, instead of just chopping this with your 1 action, so I'm still gonna hold you there. Actually, there's no need to hold him there, because our helicopter will be able to save him if anything bad happens to him. Alright, we're weakening the city. Still not time to attack it. You brought a tank to a modern armor fight? You madman. That's how it gets dealt with. Just like that. We stole your stuff earlier. We're gonna continue to do that. 'Cause why not? It's fun. And we're gonna cause some unrest. Dude, your cities. You can't handle this anymore. Loyalty is off the charts. In a bad way for you. Not in a positive direction. In a very horrifying direction. Boston, we've got you, brother. It's looking good. What is up with this area, by the way? Somewhere down here? Yeah. We got a volcano. This feels like an area where you could have a cool secret base of some kind. Like a super villain hanging out there. Oh, you can't see everything, so... I was hoping I could paradrop, but you have to have line of sight for that. I wanted to get over and check out this little cloud. A fog of war. What's going on here? Probably nothing interesting. But we'll never know. Until we know. We'll never know until we know. Until we go check it out. The traitors. Ah, I just jumped the gun because the game hadn't updated that I had a trade route available yet. Perfection. Where? I guess we'll just click the button and see what the game wants us to deal with right now. Let me get one of your builders because there's still opportunities in this area to make things better. We'll fix your bank. And yeah, we should buy your tiles. We'll give you an opportunity to grow. Oh, we only had one charge left. I should have only bought one of those tiles, but eh. Boston, I hope you get this before this flood barrier boosts itself again. And they're the neediest building known to man. They're always out there being like, no, I just need a little more production is all. Just a little more production than what you've given me. Just still more, though. Still more production is what I desire. And I'm just like, come on, man. I've given you 80 turns of production. And this is how you repay me. By being like, no, I need like 20 more turns still, brother. Then I'll be good. 20 more turns, then I'll be good. 20 turns later. No, I need like 15 more turns, though. It just never stops with these fools. We got your city, son. We picked it up. It is now our city. We gotta fix that Suguba, no doubt. Dude, all these things are broken. What have you done out here? Here, I'm just gonna let you fix the Suguba first because we want to get your market in place. And then... I guess it doesn't matter if we get the market in place because they also have... They have a shipyard and whatnot, so we already have a trade route from getting them. So let's do Suguba, followed by Flood Barrier. Excuse me, I meant to hit the Q. I hit the production thing instead. Problem fixed. Problem addressed and dealt with appropriately. Where is... She's got one more turn. One more turn in Baltimore, and then we can move on from there. Boston, are you good? You're good. Let's purchase a trader. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Is our long battle finally over? Are we on to a new glorious age? Let's see. Let me do a pass of purchasing. Not a purchase tile pass. What I want to do is just like just figure out if there's something that we need to acquire right now in the Empire. How about we get your shopping mall? And then we get your seaport. That was very minimal gains, but still it's a nice addition to the city. We have a bank. You need like bank, shipyard, and whatnot. Shipyard helps you out a lot. Let's get that. And then let me go ahead and I'm gonna purchase your bank. Use faith to get your stock exchange. And now we're good to go as far as those things are concerned. We're up to 7648, so we've kind of crawled back from where the age transition left us before. So when we were in the previous age with Reform the Coinage, we were somewhere in this vicinity, I think, of like 7,600. So we're back to 7648, leaving us pretty close to our ultimate goal as far as things are going, but still also relatively far away, unfortunately. We are on the move, though, headed in a great direction. We're getting 745 signs per turn. Who's our biggest person around? Gandhi's getting 253, so everybody else is less. 227 for Lautaro, 205 for Mongolia. We're getting 588 culture per turn, 280 from India, 318 from the Maori, 165 from the Zulu, 245 from Mongolia, 41 from Brazil, 141 from Mapuche. We are dealing with the enemy spies, thankfully. We're at 2552 score. Gandhi's at 1066. 55 of 355 is where we are culturally. And then diplomacy, 14 of 20. So the turns are taking a bit, but we are heading in the right direction. Everything's coming along. It's just there's a big empire to manage here. Unfortunately, it takes a little time. Oh, on that, on a note, for yesterday's uploads, I spaced them out a little more. Let me know what you think about that. I had some people in the past, mention that sometimes because the videos would be both up, like YouTube would say, just recommend the most recent one, and then they would basically miss out on like an episode here and there. And, I'd like you guys to see them in order without YouTube messing it up. So that's why I'm trying to space it out a little bit, see how that impacts things, if it makes it better, if it's better for the channel even. I don't know. I just want to try it out. So let me know what you think. That's gonna be it for this one. Like the video if you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. I'll catch you guys next time. Later.